We might not give it a lot of thought, but there's a reason for just about anything we do. And if we do want to think about it, we can put a label on it, and that is our motive. What do we decide in our head before we take an action, take a position on something, talk about it, write about it? What do we want to accomplish? What's our goal? Ordinarily, this isn't really that big a deal since most of the things we do are rather mundane, but it can be. And it might be something that we share with other people, either just overtly or sometimes defensively. And sometimes we might not be completely honest about what our motive is. We might have an ulterior motive where we sort of package the behavior or the position or whatever it is in a more favorable light because we're maybe a bit sheepish about our true motive, our true reason. Maybe it's selfish, maybe it's even a bit improper in other ways. Whatever it is, we might sometimes need to sugarcoat it in our heads before we go forward with it because, again, we're just not sure how it's going to be accepted, and why not spin it in the most favorable light possible. So we can modify our motives, have a secret ulterior motive, or we can just be quite honest about it and explain quite forthrightly what it is that's making us tick on that particular issue. Now, it's pretty easy for us to be honest with ourselves if we're willing to be. That's what introspection is all about. And again, it's something that we can apply to especially questionable decisions in terms of either recognizing our motive or sharing it with others. We're more likely, I think, to get into a bit of trouble when we assign motives to other people regarding what they're doing, what they're saying, what they're writing about. We can ask them that and hope that we'll get an honest answer if it's something we really want to know and it's part of a conversation that's respectful. On the other hand, just assigning someone a motive, ordinarily that becomes rather a negative pursuit, because usually when we do that, we're not going to put their behavior or position in the best possible light. Rather, we're going to think in our heart of hearts what they're really up to, and we can get that wrong. We can be far off the mark, in fact, and cause hurt feelings at the least, perhaps more than that, a disagreement or even an estrangement if it's severe enough. So be careful if you're in the habit of assigning motives to other people. It's ordinarily not a good idea to do that. Now, if there is a pattern of distrust with that person, I can see why one might be tempted and maybe even justified and very likely correct in spinning the motive into a more realistic posture rather than just taking their word for it or understanding or getting, assuming along with them that they're not up to something. So in that case, a bit of healthy suspicion is probably called for. But ordinarily, especially in a relationship of mutual respect and trust, assigning motive is not a good idea. Either let it go completely, or if you really feel you need to know, just simply ask and have a conversation about it. That's all I have to say about motive today. My motive here was to share a bit of useful information, and I hope that I've accomplished that in this recording. Good day.